Good, happy Tuesday morning, August 20, 2019. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin. First up, police investigating after man stabbed in Manchester. Portion of Union Street closed. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Do you need a new roof but think you can't afford it? Our average customer pays $7,500 for a total roof replacement, and we have finance plans with payment options under $150 per month. Call today. Century Roofing, we've got you covered.
And we go right to breaking news in Manchester tonight. Police are on the scene right now of a stabbing on Union Street. Investigators say a man was taken to the hospital, but that the severity of his injuries are unknown at this time. Union Street is closed near Auburn as police investigate. We will bring you additional information as it comes.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Lightning believed to be the cause of fires in Dover. Strikes are believed to have caused multiple fires in apartment. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9, Jess Moran.
For 10 years, New England homeowners have trusted Century Roofing. We get the job done right at a fair price. Call today to arrange a free estimate and to reserve a spot for your 2019 roof replacement. Century Roofing, we've got you covered.
Well, this apartment complex is very large, and it's made up of buildings much like you see behind me. And behind one of these units, lightning hit a tree directly. With strong thunderstorms hitting the Dover area late this afternoon, lightning left behind its mark at the Garrison Apartments.
It stripped the bark right off the tree. It's laying on the ground quite a ways up.
My daughter was, and she said the lights flickered, and she said she saw the lightning. Yeah, go right on the roof.
Dover Fire responded to the apartment complex for reports of smoke coming from a unit. That's where they found fire in the attic. 15 minutes later, another crew arrived to find smoke in the same complex, but in a different, unattached building.
We cleared that unit fairly quickly, moved over to this one, found a greater volume of fire in Unit 38. It had spread to Unit 37.
Dover Fire says a total of 5 units are affected and believe the combination of lightning, metal dryer vents, and insulation contributed to the fires.
It just appeared that the dryer vent probably became electrified, and the fact that it was embedded in this blown-in insulation just caused a condition in some of the units where the insulation started to smolder.
Firefighters and those who live here believe this was a situation that could have been worse.
So we had active fire in those 2 units, and we got into here and saw smoke coming from the eaves. We had a small amount of fire, which, if that had gone unnoticed, it would have been a different story.
Well, I think that's why they came in here with such force, because it could have changed real fast.
And Dover Fire says that people in at least 3 of the units have been displaced. There were no injuries reported. The fire department did have to call for some help simply because of the heat and humidity, and 10 different towns showed up. In Dover, Jessica Moran, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Planned Parenthood withdraws from Title X due to gag rule. Withdrawal effective immediately. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9, Gene Mackin.
you need a new roof but think you can't afford it? Our average customer pays $7,500 for a total roof replacement, and we have finance plans with payment options under $150 per month. Call today. Century Roofing, we've got you covered.
Effective immediately, Planned Parenthood is withdrawing from the Title X program that's been around nearly 50 years because of a gag rule on abortion referrals from facilities that receive federal funding.
The gag rule basically prohibits providers from giving complete and accurate medical information to their patients. It violates medical ethics and it violates Planned Parenthood's standards of care.
Planned Parenthood is the largest provider of reproductive health care in the nation and New Hampshire, and says the gag rule is unnecessary because it does not use federal funds for abortion services, but for services like birth control, STD treatment, and cancer screenings.
We want to make clear to our patients that our doors remain open. We are using internal emergency funds to make sure there's no disruption in patient care. We are still providing essential reproductive health services at low and no cost to our patients.
Planned Parenthood of Northern New England says it's losing a quarter of its operating budget and is asking the state to support family planning funding. A statement from the governor's office says the only thing standing in the way of this supplemental funding and delivering a fiscally responsible budget are the legislators in Concord who have insisted on raising taxes, something Governor Sununu and the people of New Hampshire will never support. Governor Sununu remains ready to work with legislators in delivering a budget that works for New Hampshire. And Planned Parenthood also says the changes to Title X have the biggest impact on people with barriers to health care, including minorities, immigrants, and people with disabilities. Monica?
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. U.S. features point to a slightly higher open. U.S. stock index features were slightly higher on Tuesday morning. Facebook, Twitter remove accounts that say China used to undermine Hong Kong protests. Twitter announced on Monday that it had suspended about 200,000 accounts that it said were part of a Chinese government-backed attempt to undermine the legitimacy and political positions of the protest movement in Hong Kong. The social media giant made the announcement on the same day that Facebook announced it had removed 7 pages, 3 groups, and 5 accounts that it said originated from China and were involved in coordinated intesticle behavior. And that does it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you back here later on today for another newscast. And I'll have a news report coming up in a little bit. Goodbye, everyone.